right, well, Teradata Labs UDA Principal Data Scientist, Kristi, how are you?
I'm good.
It's your first partners.
Yes, it is.
Came on board about a year ago, and it's overwhelming, isn't it? Overwhelming, the partners, the conference here?
Yeah, it's when I came on Saturday, it was so much bigger than I thought, but it's been really exciting. I've learned a lot. It's been great to see what our customers are doing with their data and just having a lot of lessons learned I can take back home and share with my team.
You can put a lot of faces to the names, you know? You talk to them on the phone, it's like, I don't know what it looks like, and now you can actually get that interaction. It's great face-to-face, one-to-one.
Yeah, that personal connection is really important, and those relationships have been kind of solidified here as well.
Oh, good, good deal. I'm glad to hear that. All right, well, I want to chat a little bit about you. Let's brag about you a little bit. Principal Data Scientist at Teradata Labs, currently developing algorithms to characterize the performance of Teradata systems based on massive, heterogeneous data sets and to provide actionable information for end users to improve performance. But I want to talk about your past a little bit.
Okay.
Now, a lot of the GTA fans out there, her past, she was a data scientist at Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto. Of course, that's where it came from, where she used video game telemetry to develop security features for online gameplay. Well, from GTA to Teradata.
Yes.
Big transformation there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The video game industry is a really great learning ground for data science. Basically, in those massively virtual worlds, every problem that we would have in the real world, you have in a virtual game. Everything from economic problems to security to game design to marketing, it was all there. So it was a great, as I was transitioning from a defense background into industry, it was a great place to see how data science was in industry, and it was a great time I had there.
Yeah, you spent 10 years conducting data fusion research in the defense industry for various target tracking, characterization, sensor management programs.
Yes.
You're like CIA, you're like Secret Service here. You have a pretty great background.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how companies, organizations, they've gamified the experience for the workers, for the end user as well. I mean, gamification is obviously a very big, and it has been for a while, but it's getting more and more with augmented reality, virtual reality, all that fun. It's really taking big leaps and bounds. We actually have it here. Have you tried the bow and arrow game that's right next door here at the Buzz Lounge?
No, I haven't. It looks like fun. I've been heads down in the talks, but I think
we got to get you over there after this.
I gotta go check it out.
Well, your session is happening on Thursday,
Yes.
which the virtual news desk, it ends tomorrow, but the sessions do continue until Thursday. And it'll be the Internet of Things Analytics, Teradata Telemetry, and Performance. What type of information is contained with Teradata Telemetry?
So Teradata Telemetry has a large amount of data, very heterogeneous. We get everything from the query log, so each time a query is submitted, it's logged. That information is things related to who's submitting, what time they submitted, so that metadata, as well as performance. How long did it run? How much CPU did that query use? In addition, we also are looking at the resource consumption data, so on a per 10-minute basis, what's the CPU rate, what's the I/O, how are those AMP worker tasks performing? We also take a look at the TASM subsystem, that's the active workload management, and so we're taking a look at things like how is that performing? Are too many queries being throttled? How is the end user? And then the last thing is our auto incident data, so things related to did a node fail or an AMP fail on the system, and we kind of all that data gets looked at from all perspectives.
Talk about the business value. What types of business value questions are customers looking to answer with this telemetry?
So you can imagine with all of that data, there's a ton of questions that can be answered.
Absolutely, yeah.
So in the near term, the ones we're helping them to answer are things related to change detection, for example. So what is my performance today compared to yesterday? Or what's my performance today compared to last week or some reference model? And that's all about being able to auto-detect degradations or improvements in performance. The other thing that we're looking at is how to identify where performance can be optimized. So for example, is there, so you just hired a bunch of new grads, right? And they're maybe not proficient in SQL. So are you having problems at a user level? Are you having them at a workload level? Down the road, I think our goal is to be able to sort of automatically kind of predict performance and be able to adjust how the system runs and provide some recommendations.
It's been a big buzzword. Predictive analysis, that's been a big buzzword
Yes.
this year.
Yep.
How does Teradata telemetry and performance analysis relate to the Internet of Things?
So it relates in a couple of ways. At its core, the Teradata telemetry is sensor data, and so when we talk about IoT, we're talking about sensor data. So we're dealing with all of the challenges. But at the end of the day, like a lot of the conversation yesterday in the general session was about the customer journey. Well, we also are looking at the customer journey, where our customers are the end users, the data scientists, the business analysts that use the system. We're analyzing all of this massive data to get decisions in a timely enough manner to influence a positive user experience of the system. So it relates in so many ways. It's all about time to decision and being able to act in a manner that leads to a positive outcome for our customers.
So really, really helping out the end users, the customers.
Yes.
So it's great. It's a great support system there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the session happening on Thursday. Of course, your session is following the big night tomorrow night at the
Yeah.
aquarium. It's going to be a lot of fun there. But again, Thursday, you definitely want to remember she has her session. You're going to be talking about what? Let's talk about the overall. We had already said it's going to be the Internet of Things analytics, Teradata telemetry and performance. But let's dive into it a little bit more.
Yeah, so we're going to be presenting a whole host of customer examples where they'd like to see it. So early on in the project, I went out and talked to folks about, hey, we're thinking about this project for analyze telemetry, and it was so interesting to listen to them and see how they thought we were doing it. We were very much focused on performance, but they had tons of use cases, from security applications to how do you help us with software upgrades and things of that nature. So we'll talk about sort of the general problem. We'll discuss core technologies that we're developing. Some of them are domain agnostic, so that means not only can you use them to analyze Teradata performance, but you can use them for any IoT data set as well. And then some of them are more conceptual in nature, where it is domain specific, but what we're achieving is broadly applicable to give guidance to customers on what they might want to do with their data. And then we go into a lot of a couple detailed use cases. I'm a data scientist. I love results. So if you're looking to see a talk that has some good technical results, you will definitely find that in the session as well.
It's a lot of information, a lot of great information happening on Thursday. Well, that's going to be great. You know, the keynote, we all got so much out of the keynote
Yes.
yesterday, and you have a couple of days until you have your session. What are you looking forward to? What other sessions are you going to be sitting in?
So I mostly had gone through and looked at ones that were data science related sessions. I'm very much interested in seeing how our customers are using the data. Early on, I attended a P&G session on how they've been building their analytics system. So this afternoon, they have a follow-up. It was a two-part, so I'll be attending that one later today. And just really, I'm on the lookout for just anywhere I can find some good data science and see what people are doing.
Oh, good. Data changes everything. What does that mean to you? And we'll go back to your past. I mean, you worked in the video game industry. How does data change everything for the gaming industry as well, but also with you personally? What does it mean to you?
So in the gaming industry, it's used a lot of ways. Information on gameplay can help influence future design of games. It can influence things like in online play, a lot of it's about the community, and you want that online community to stay strong. It's all about having fun in the game. And when I was at GTA, that was really our big metric, was all about fun. And could we come up with a measure of fun for our players?
Well, you talk about the gaming community. They are extremely vocal.
Yes.
They're not shy to share anything. They're out there. They're communicating. We can learn a lot from them.
Yes. It's like I said. It is a great place for. I often get asked from people. How do I become a data scientist and things like that. And one of the places I would recommend folks out of college, the gaming industry, like I said, you will see everything. If you're not sure what area you want to specialize your skills in, it's a microcosm for everything that happens in the big world. So it's a good place to consider.
It definitely crosses over and merges with everything nowadays.
Yeah. Yep.
Data changes everything personally to you and with what you do.
I think I see it every day. I'm a mom, so for me, I see it when I go to the store. It's interesting because as a data scientist, those point of sale coupons and being able to watch how that technology has changed over the years, it's always how I'm seeing it when I'm a consumer. And I will say one of the challenges I think for companies in general is being aware of making it sincere, because a lot of times when I can tell I'm interfacing with these things because of the type of work I do, and I'm always turned off when it's like, oh, that was a silly algorithm, because they are recommending the wrong things. And then there are definite places where I can see as I'm getting those coupons, the bad algorithms behind the scenes. So I think that's something definitely as we go forward, folks need to be very mindful of it. They have very savvy consumers. They can see through these kinds of things, and they're going to expect more and more sophistication in what we deliver to them.
Technology coming to the consumer, coming to data in general is getting faster and faster and faster. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's hard to even keep up with the technology to manage all that data that's coming in with the new systems. Let's talk about technology real quick. What is some of your favorite technology that's coming out that you're looking forward to that maybe we don't even know yet that you know might be coming out?
Oh, that might be coming out.
What's your current favorite technology that you just really love?
I don't know.
It's all, well, you look at everything though. Yeah, you look at everything every day, like you said, in the grocery store. You're looking at a little bit of everything all the time.
Yeah, I am. More and more the stuff that I'm finding useful is stuff that makes my life simpler.
Okay.
So I've given the defense background, been very actually slow to adopt a lot of things, mostly from my security perspective. So, but over time I'm doing more, and it's all about things that make my life easier. Those are the things that I'm looking out for. Like, for example, I now do the subscribe and save from Amazon, so I don't have to worry about non-perishable items we need in our household. It's all about, for me, technology that helps me kind of optimize my time. It's very precious and valuable to me, and so I want to as much time with my kids as possible. So technology that enables that is really.
You got to have a blog. You got to have a blog out there for all the moms. You could be like the face of all the moms. How to streamline your life. All the moms. I'll show you how. Hey, Kristi, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming out here. Learned a whole lot. Again, her session's happening on Thursday. Have a lot more information.